Hello everyone, this is Creepercraft Guy, and welcome to a weird video of a Danganronpa tier list, where we rank the characters from the first two games in the series. Now, this tier list is going to have a little bit of a twist, because I am actually not alone this time. I have a friend, and people have been wanting this crossover for a while now, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, it's me. That's Megacomet. I haven't made a video in months because I can't.
Yeah. I'm here with my friend Matthew, aka Megacomet.
Oh,
Recently I was
right.
able to
Gone.
coerce him into into playing Danganronpa. And would you say you're into it?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
So yeah, what we're gonna do is this video was inspired by another YouTuber named Ozzy H, and he did this with Persona 5 characters, and basically we're going to be ranking each of the different characters from the first two games, and we're going to be talking about the reasons why we like or dislike them, and yeah, and then we're going to be coming up with a bunch of really silly scenarios at the end. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go in like order, obviously. So first up is Akane.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, do you want to go first or should I?
You go first.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Akane is it's starting off on a bit of a negative note because Akane is my least favorite character from the second game. Um, I just think that she's kind of pointless and doesn't have a lot of character development, and she is just kind of like she's just really boring, and like her entire character traits are she's a foodie, a fighter, and that's basically it. But I don't hate her, so I'm gonna put her in C.
No, that's wrong. You contradict yourself. She's boring, but she's also eats and fights. So that's all you need. B tier.
All right, where are you gonna put her?
B tier.
Okay, B. Why?
I forgot my reasons. Why can't I just like my waifus? Okay. I don't know. It's just like the personality. The 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 uh the
You just don't have a reason. It's fine.
in one.
You just no, you don't have to have a reason. I'm just saying, is there a reason? Because I don't like her for certain reasons. You can just be okay. If it's in B tier, it means you're just okay with them. You don't have much of an opinion, so it's
Yeah,
fine. You don't really have to explain
uh,
yourself.
she's just vibing, and I'm just like, yeah, you're there.
Okay, good. Next up is Hina. Aoyase Hina. You go first this time.
Uh, I have to put her in S tier.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's my best girl from Danganronpa 1.
Oh really?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put her in B.
Oh, that's how.
It's just
I just like just eating and swimming.
no. There's more to her than there is to Akane.
I know that. Like, what's it? She's very. I forgot. Well.
When you think about it, like from a certain point of view,
She's like she's trying her best. Okay,
yeah.
she's trying her best. She doesn't. She keeps. Oh, no.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm not good at explaining in general.
I think if I can sort of put you on the right track, Hina's not a favorite of mine, but I also think that she's like one of the only people in the first game who made it to the end and actually deserved to. Like, it made sense that she made it to the end. Because like the only three characters that I think in Danganronpa 1 that I'm really happy actually did survive were her, Makoto, and Kyoko. The rest of them I would not have minded if they
In the
died.
end, I just wanted everyone to get along.
Yeah.
That's just it. I want people to get along and not be.
And some of the stuff that she did in like the fourth chapter, even though it was very stupid and irrational, it was also very understandable. So
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah, she's all right. But have you noticed that these two, Akane and Hina, actually share a lot of character traits?
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
noticed that.
and for some reason, I like Akane considerably less than I like Hina.
Oh,
All right, next is Byakuya.
oh,
I'll go
right.
first this time. Let's take it in turns. I'll go first this time. Um, for me, I think when you compare the three main sort of antagonistic like characters who sort of make things a little harder for you, which includes Byakuya, Nagito, and the third game who has Kokichi. Um, I think Byakuya is probably the worst of the three, but he is still a pretty good character with okay development.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want from assholes.
Yeah.
Development.
I mean,
That's what.
he
That's why
doesn't
you get.
stop being like he doesn't stop having that sort of like snide sense of superiority or anything, but like he sort of like turns from like his what some of the stuff he did in like the second case as well, particularly.
It didn't make
Um
that much sense. He's just being an ass for the sake
yeah,
of it.
he was just trying to like liven up the game for himself because it was like sort of his show that he was a bit of a slimy, manipulative bastard. And that was honestly like his most villainous moment in the first game. But other than that, he didn't really have much.
It wasn't making it
Uh,
harder for himself because he already knew. Because he said, "Oh, I saw Mondo walking out."
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm gonna put him in B alongside Hina. Okay, but not amazing. What about you?
Being a bit cringe. He goes in B tier.
Okay, so we both agree on that. Um,
Yes.
all right, you go next. With now it's your turn to talk about someone. Next up is Celeste.
Oh, Celeste. Oh, I love that game. Uh, uh,
you are you gonna say anything?
B tier. B
All
tier.
right.
It's not that I don't dislike. Let me make this clear. I don't dislike anyone. I can't dislike anyone.
Hmm.
I either like everyone or love everyone. Actually, no. I like everyone, but love a few.
Yeah. Um. So,
Us just tries to like live with the situation and not just go, oh fuck, oh no, oh god, this is so bad. She just sits down and chills. That's it.
hmm.
And she probably would have survived had she not murdered people.
I mean, I do think that out of all the double murders in the series, the one where she was the killer was the best. But I think the thing that really lets
Yeah.
me down is the fact that like Celeste is a character who genuinely is pretty smart and knows what she's doing. But for a character like that, she makes a hell of a load of really dumb mistakes in her crime which get her busted. And I think that just kind of was a bit of a letdown, particularly because it's so obvious that she is the killer in the end.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put her in B as well.
I like her aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, she does get credit for having one of the most outstanding and pretty designs, particularly from the first game, at least.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know a lot of people are going to actually really, really disagree with me with this next spot. It's Chiaki.
Oh, gamer girl, gamer e-girl. Yes.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Chiaki is great. She is one of the most well-loved characters in the entire Danganronpa fandom. I do also think that she is a very, very good character who is very well written, and she's very friendly, and she's also a waifu who's a gamer girl and an e-girl. But I'm gonna put her in B because I also think she is way, way, way too overrated.
I assume you're not going to be giving her your Discord Nitro. I assume.
Not really, no. I just
I have
think people in the fandom love Chiaki a little too much, I think.
I have to put her in S tier. She's so like supportive and like helpful in lots of situations. That's it.
That's all we really can say. God damn it, I should have let you talk about Chiaki first, because now you've got to talk about one of my favourite characters. It's Chihiro.
E-girl, gamer E-girl, who is actually
the other one. E-boy, it's a boy.
Yeah, I know. Again, trying their best, trying to improve themselves. Too bad they went to the wrong person.
Yeah.
But it just wanted to improve and be better. That's it.
Yeah. I love how, like, here's the thing. I think Chihiro is, like, one of the only characters in the entire series who actually is, like, you know, there's a better alternative to, like, killing someone with this motive. Because in the end, his motive was, like, here's your deepest, darkest secret. You are actually a cross-dressing boy. And in the end, it's like, okay, if you don't want me to reveal this secret, then go kill someone. And he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do something about this because I have the potential to be a much stronger person, and I'm gonna do something with that potential. I'm not gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. I think that's really admirable. So where are you putting him?
S.
Yep, complete same. Yeah. Chihiro is, I've said this before a few times, Chihiro is actually my favourite character from the first game and my third favourite character in the whole series. And I think he's also one of the only characters in the series who actually is super useful to the group, like, after he's killed. Because he comes back as an AI, doesn't he? And then is killed again, and then comes back again.
Alter Ego is extremely helpful.
Yeah. I don't know if I like Alter Ego as much as I like the real Chihiro, but they are basically the same character, so I don't really mind.
Yeah.
Next, Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
Okay, if it wasn't for chapter 3 onward, he would be in D.
Yeah, definitely.
But
yeah, for me, I'm actually going to put him in A, because he, to me, has some of the best written character development in, like, the entire series. I think he was being built up to be like Danganronpa 2's version of what Byakuya was, but they also had, like, similarities, and alongside those similarities, there were also some really stark differences. Like, Byakuya sort of shut himself off from the rest of the group because he had this snide sense of superiority and this sort of menacing atmosphere about him. But with Fuyuhiko, he was more so trying to uphold his, like, title as a mafia boss, and it was more like a bratty desire to be left alone than anything else.
yeah.
And then Case 2 happens, and you want to know what, like, I actually sort of look back on and realize something?
Yeah, what?
Case 2 in the second game seems to be like one of Monokuma's schemes specifically to get Fuyuhiko to murder Mahiru. Like, there's a very, very specific target for the motive, considering it showed the events of Twilight Syndrome murder case, which is the event in which his sister and Mahiru's best friend both got killed, right?
I can't believe Fuyuhiko's the one that beat it, though.
Yeah, but still, it's clearly, like, it was clearly set up to get that murder specifically to happen, and then Peko decides to do it for him, obviously, so yeah, I put him in A. Where are you putting him?
B tier.
Okay. Alright.
He's trying his best.
I don't mind which of us, because I just talked about Fuyuhiko there. Now you get to talk about the next character.
Which one's that? I mixed up my tier list.
It's Gundam.
Oh yes, Gundam S tier.
Yep, completely. He's amazing.
Yes, he is best boy.
Completely.
He has those four hamsters. He's extremely clever.
Yeah, surprisingly.
He has one of the best executions.
Yeah, I cannot watch that without crying. I've said this before. Uh, I think personally, if it wasn't for how obscene and obscure the fifth case of the second game was, I think my favorite case and the one that I'd rank the best in the entire series is Gundam's case. Because that case is absolutely amazing. Like, from its writing to its pacing to
Yeah.
everything. And Gundam is an amazing character, and he's also an amazing like killer with an amazing motive.
Also,
And
he has amazing quotes. He has amazing
yeah,
lines.
yeah, just like listen to some of his voice lines. They are so great and so hilarious. It's amazing.
Yes.
Um, right. Next up is Hajime, the protagonist of the second game. And
Yeah.
and the thing is, if I had to rank all the protagonists, I think all the protagonists are characters that I really like. I really like them all, and I think they're all very relatable in a certain aspect. But if I had to like rank them, and if I was forced to rank them, I'd say that I think Hajime is actually probably my second favorite behind V3's protagonist.
Yeah, I don't know
Because like
about that.
what makes him different is he and Makoto have very, very similar character traits in a sense that they're supposed to be like blank slate characters that are relatable. But Makoto is way more relatable because he doesn't really like he's kind of the submissive one who feels a bit lost within the mix of wacky personalities that are his classmates. And Hajime seems to have sort of more experience with it. And also, I love how he always like sort of you ever notice how he sort of always speaks on like what his mind is. Like he never really like keeps information to himself, even if it can like actually hurt someone. Um
Yeah.
it's just really, really funny. So I'm actually going to put him alongside Fuyuhiko in A. I think he's pretty good. Where are you gonna where do you put Hajime on your tier list?
I'd say he's a um I would say he is A tier.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, he does decline the boob pillow offer, and he does say he does have that like get a load of this idiot kind of response to
Yeah.
people's personalities. So probably, yeah, maybe B.
Okay. Um. Right. I know you're loading up your own tier list, but you can
I've
talk briefly about the next character,
which one?
Hifumi.
Hifumi. I don't think people like him a lot, but I do.
Yeah.
He's just a fanfic creator. He's what was I gonna say?
You just think he's way too hated.
Yeah, he's just I. That's my thing. I don't hate characters.
Yeah.
I can't. It's impossible.
But you like Hifumi quite a bit, right?
Yes, and I like his like
Um.
hero voice thing.
Yeah. Um. But here's the thing. Here's my opinion with Hifumi is very iffy. So where are you putting him first of all?
A tier.
Okay. You might disagree with me here, but I'm actually gonna put him in C.
Oh,
Um
C for cool
I
guy.
I do think that he is a little too unnecessarily hated by everyone, in the fandom at least. But he did have his good moments, and I do think that like he isn't like the worst character in the first game because you know very very well who that is. Um,
Yeah, yes, yes.
um, but yeah, I think he is way too overly hated, despite the fact that he doesn't have. He's not that bad of a character, but he's still not great, so he's just gonna stay in C tier. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of characters who are gonna be in C tier, I'll talk about this next one. Um, Hiyoko Sayonji, uh, the little banana-haired girl with the kimono who also gets killed off by Mikan, which is just justice. Um, she's going in C as well because while I do understand what type of character she's meant to be, um, And I think her character is executed pretty well. She's meant to be a very short and small, like almost childlike looking character who has
Funny,
a really sharp tongue and like bratty attitude, and like it's just kind of horrible to everyone.
funny lolly.
Um,
I open up,
but then
haha.
she does begin to have a bit of a good character arc and good character arc build up, which is then inevitably cut short by her death, which is unfortunate. And because that arc was cut short by her death, she unfortunately doesn't get much development, and thus stops her being a character that I really, really am fond of. So
Yeah,
she's staying in C.
yeah, but she does, even if it's for a little bit, she does try to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah, C.
So where are you putting her?
I'd say C. Is
Yeah.
that
So we're
Mahiru with a wizard hat? Is that Halloween Mahiru?
no. She's a V3 character. They just have the same hair. By the way, you're going to be really happy about this next spot because you can
Oh,
go on about this one.
Pogbuki.
It is Ibuki, yes.
Yes, best girl of DR2.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Matthew's
sorry.
favorite.
Super Danganronpa 2 because it's Dragon
Just
Ball.
call it Danganronpa 2. It's not a big deal.
Where's the super from? Why super?
Because it's not the first game. I don't know. No one calls it Super Danganronpa 2.
And then you got Danganronpa Virgin 3.
Anyway, where are you putting her?
S.
Okay, obviously. I'm putting her in A.
She's so cheerful and happy. She just wants to play. Like they're saying her music sucks. How? I think it's alright.
Just like
It sounds
death
like a TA
metal.
game song. It's perfect.
Yeah. On one hand, you can sort of see Ibuki as a little bit annoying and unimportant because she never ever really takes the situation, like the killing game and the scenario, very seriously. Because she's kind of got like a lol rar girl attitude, and like she can get a bit obnoxious at times while she doesn't take the situation
I mean,
as
yeah,
seriously
she's trying to make
seriously as she's meant to.
she's just trying to make the best out of a bad situation.
Yes, and that's the thing, because Ibuki is just so sort of like jokey and memey, and she's like, I say this always, but she's like 60 to 70% of the happiness on that island.
Yeah.
And you don't realize just how important she is to the good vibes and stuff until she dies, and that's the problem as well. That's the main problems I have with her character, is because you can disagree with me on this, but I actually think Ibuki has the most pointless death in the entire series. I think there was almost no rhyme or reason as to why she had to be killed off, because everyone has a certain reason for why they had to die.
I mean,
Chihiro died because Mondo snapped, unfortunately, and ended up killing her. Nekomaru died because he was willing to make the sacrifice that Gundam had. Mahiru died because of the situation with Hiyoko. There is no reason that Ibuki had to die. They just killed her off because she would ruin the immersion in like the final chapter of the game.
I mean, Ibuki was vulnerable and gullible to everything, right?
That is true, yes, but still. The despair disease is like one of the most bullcrap moments in the entire series for me, so I will never ever like it, so...
Didn't Monokuma just make it disappear because he was bored?
Yes, that's the dumb thing. He can just... I mean, maybe the explanation is how the fact that this all takes place in, like, a virtual world, but he just snaps his fingers and it's all gone. It's so dumb and so ridiculous.
But didn't Mikan keep her disease?
I believe so, yes, but that was mainly due to the trial. Because if she recovered, then things wouldn't have turned out the way they did. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Next is Junko.
Oh.
Right. Here's the thing. On one hand, I hated Junko when I first met her, when I first was introduced to her. But if there's one thing I will say, she is a very irritating villain to sort of like sit with, because she's so cartoony in nature, and in the first game in particular, it is really hard to buy the fact that not only is she the one behind the killing game, the one who's been controlling Monokuma the whole time, not only is it really hard to buy that fact, but it's also really hard to accept the fact that she also basically sent the world into a state of apocalypse, right?
The
It's
ultimate
just,
e-girl.
yeah, it's just really hard to buy that. On the other hand, it is so easy to buy in the second game. Because in the
She is.
second game, she is so much better. Like, it's like, even though it is kind of irritating that she was brought back again as the main villain, it's done well, and I think that she was, like, there was a snide, sort of sarcastic, and sort of sadistic level of air just surrounding her overall character in the final trial of the second game. And I think she's
Yeah.
actually, in the end, a pretty great villain in that game. However, um, we see Junko is a character who just keeps coming back, and it gets really annoying after a while. Kind of like Frieza in Dragon Ball. Frieza is a great villain. There's no denying that, but like he comes back way too often, and so does Junko. So in the end, I'm gonna put Junko in C.
Yeah.
Good villain, but not the greatest.
I would put her in B tier, but in Danganronpa 3, she calls curry soup,
That's
and I can't
it.
be having that.
There is one thing that I could probably convince you to move her up by one though.
What?
Kamakura, Kamakura, yes, queen.
No, that's she's staying in C.
Okay.
She's staying in C.
All right, it's your turn to talk about a character. What's your opinion on Kazuichi Soda?
Kazuichi is an absolute bro. He's a bro.
All right. Where are you putting him on the
He just
list?
wants some waifu. He just wants some waifu, but can't get it.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Struggle.
This is a discussion I sort of. Yeah, but this is the problem, all right? I think Kazuichi's
Nobody
overall.
calls him out. He's lucky nobody calls him out.
Yeah, but like the problem, I mean, Fuyuhiko does subtly, but other than that, no. The problem is Kazuichi. To me, the way the relationship between him and Sonya works is like Kazuichi is not in love with Sonya. He's in love with what Sonya is. She's a pretty foreign blonde girl. And he just sort of is drawn to that type of girl. He doesn't care what type of character Sonya is, and in the end, Sonya is a very goofy and quirky and weird character who has like a fascination with the occult and serial killers and has been obsessing over them for a while. And for some reason, he just like he cannot grow to accept that just because he's fixated on her looks, and that's the problem. That's the main problem I have with him. But other than that, he's all right.
She has a lot of stuff going for her, and like she's trying to adapt to the. It's like culture. She's from a different culture, right?
Yeah. But the problem is like
she's just trying to connect with this new culture.
I've never seen it that way. Like
learning.
No matter how you look at it, he's a
that.
simp. He's a simp. There's like, there's no real way to look at it.
Maybe I'm not good at explaining stuff, but
nah, it's just I'm gonna put him in B. I think he's okay, but he's like, people always compare him to Yasuhiro for the type of character he is. And while I do understand why, I do think that he is a much greater character than Yasuhiro because he has so many redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going in B. Okay, next I've got to talk about another character. Now this is a character I think is a bit underrated by most of our friends.
Oh, it's Teda from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Honestly, his death was one that that really upset me, because like Hiyoko, he was getting a character arc, and it was kind of cut short in the end. In general, though, he is a great character, particularly with his free time events where he says he hates being called a genius because his definition of a genius is someone who like doesn't work hard, and he always believes in bold simplicity and that if you're going to achieve greatness, then you have to achieve it with effort, which is something I can definitely get behind. Um,
Yeah.
he is only bad thing about him to me is I don't know if oh yeah, Kyondo is on this tier list, isn't he?
Uh,
Um, like
yeah.
near the bottom. Um, I don't know if I'll put Kyondo on the tier list. I may as well, but Kiyotaka's gonna go in A, and Kyondo's gonna go in C because I thought Kyondo was one of the most stupid things that happened in the first game.
Wait, Kyondo.
Yeah, the one where he like after he gets over Mondo, who is his best friend's death, he turns like into Ultra Instinct
All
basically, you
right.
know.
Yeah, that's another reason why Hifumi's in A tier. He has the power to defeat Ultra Instinct Mondo.
Ultra Instinct Taka, yeah. Um so yeah, where are you putting him?
I I'll put them both in B tier.
All right. Okay.
It's not
Next
that I don't
character.
care. Next guy.
Next is you've got to talk about the next one. Oh no. Yeah, I talked about Taka. You talk about Kyoko.
Kyoko. Eh, she she's very helpful, but I wouldn't say very sympathetic. It's just like I know she cares, but like it's just I don't see her personality. It's just kind of bland
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah, I understand, but that's a trait that she and Chiaki actually do sort of share. They're both kind of stoic and quiet.
Yeah, but Chiaki smiles more.
I
Kyoko
don't
blushes
know why that
sometimes.
made me laugh so much.
Kyoko blushes sometimes, but it was to trick you.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I like her a lot. I think she is my second favorite character from the first game behind Chihiro.
But
But
she was learning from her mistakes in the
yeah,
past, whatever that
like
was. I
yeah, she
forgot.
seems to be a sort of character who like doesn't seem to have any sort of flaw with her because she seems to be really serious about everything. But she
Yeah,
very clearly does have those insecurities and flaws, but
the
she's just
serious.
really good at hiding them. And I love her interactions with Makoto. I think they make a really good duo, like ship or not. But like I'm gonna put her in A.
I'm
I
gonna
think she's
put.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Where are you
I'm gonna
putting
put
her?
her in B because
B.
she
Okay.
does try. She is very useful.
Oh, god damn it. I was hoping I'd be able to talk about Mahiru, but I completely forgot there's a character we almost missed. Um,
Only
Leon. Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna say this flat out. Um, I'm not that fond of Leon. I really am not. I think out of every killer in the series, he is probably my least favorite. I don't
yeah,
hate him at all. He has a lot of stuff going for him. For one, he has some of my favorite sprite expressions
he
in the
killed
series.
he killed my K-pop waifu. Wah.
Yeah. On the other hand, on like so first of all, he has some funny sprites. Second of all, his free time events, while they are short and are kind of weird for the most part, because the main story is the fact that like he has a desire to be a musician as opposed to a baseball star, and the only reason is just so he can impress a girl. Um, but they actually end like his free time events, despite how short they are. They end really heartwarmingly with him like actually realizing maybe he actually does like baseball and he actually does want to play a game with Makoto. And even though he doesn't want to accept that, he does. And I think that's a really great ending for a character like him.
Yeah,
But the problem is, um, he is the most obvious and dumb and silly killer in the entire series, and also he has basically no screen time or character development. And this goes for a lot of characters in the first game because I don't know if you noticed this, but pretty much all of the screen time of chapter 1 that belongs to like other characters is mostly given to Sayaka.
yeah.
Um so yeah, Leon's going to go in C. I don't hate him. Oh, and one more thing. One more thing. He has my favorite execution in the series, I think. Like
Yes.
just in terms of like an analytical perspective, I think he has the best execution in the series.
It,
Um Where are you putting him?
I'm gonna put him. Yeah, I'd. Well, I do like his free time events, so I'm gonna put him around B tier.
Okay. Um. Okay, you talk about Mahiru.
Uh, you know what? You talk about Mahiru.
Okay, thanks. Um. Okay, so similarly to how Ibuki was with Matthew, Mahiru is sort of my best girl in this series. I just think, um, it's very easy to dislike her, but the problem is her true character is shown in her free time events. And when you finish them, you realize that she is probably, despite the fact that she's very strict, stern, and even a little motherly, particularly towards most of the
Guys,
guys, um, I do think that, like, she is pretty pure, and there is actually a good reason for why she acts that way. It's not that she hates the guys or that she just, like, treats them. She does treat them differently, but, like, the reason why she treats guys a bit differently is because she has this sort of idealistic view of boys, and
Daddy,
she thinks that, like, she thinks that they have a lot to live up to, and that's why she's quite strict to all of them.
Daddy.
Yeah, sort of daddy issues as well, which just kind of made me a little bit upset because that's kind of sad. Not the saddest backstory in the series, but definitely not a very nice one. Um, and yeah, yeah, so she's my best girl. I'm putting her in S tier,
I'm putting her in A.
because she's just so pure.
Yes.
All right then. I'll let you talk about. I'll let you talk about these next. I'll let you talk about the next two, which are Makoto and Mikan.
I'd say she's hot, but everyone is, so it wouldn't mean much.
Who? Who? Mahiru.
Yeah, I'm saying I'd say she's hot, but everyone is, so
All
I
right.
can't really.
I mean, the thing is, though, is like I'm the type of person who doesn't really get like romantically attached to fictional characters. Um, but the problem is, Mahiru is actually perfectly my type. Is the thing.
Uh,
Um,
that's
because my type is mainly short hair. Um, not obnoxiously large breasts. Um,
photographer murdered.
no, shut up. That's not what I mean. Your one was murdered too.
Yeah, I know.
All right. But yeah, in terms of appearance, she's definitely my type, and she's got a great personality as well. All right. The next two are all yours. Makoto.
Oh boy, Makoto. He's voiced by Kirito from Saucepan Augmented on the internet. Yeah, I feel like well, he's like Hajime. He's like Hajime. He's even got a little spike at the top of his hair.
Yeah, all the protagonists have that.
Oh, well then, I know
Yeah,
to look
as
out for.
haven't I told you this? It's like a long-running theme in the series that the protagonists all have like an ahoge.
An Ahigal.
No, an ahoge.
Ahigal. I'm gonna call it.
Shut up. I
My,
love Makoto. I love Makoto's ahigao. Don't you mean ahoge? I know what I said.
my Hokage.
Okay.
The
Where are you putting him though?
I think I'm gonna put him in A tier. I feel like he has more
Yeah.
feeling in his voice, especially when he says no, that's wrong,
Yeah.
and other stuff.
I mean, Hajime on one hand is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, who's my favorite VA.
I don't know
Um,
Bravo, but I do know
um, basically, I think that Hajime and Makoto, despite seeming like the same sort of character, do have some differences to them. Makoto, I like Makoto like just as much as I like Hajime, but for a bit of a different reason, and that reason is because he's probably the most relatable character like in the series. I just
Yeah.
enjoy. It's just nice to play as him because you feel you can easily put yourself in his shoes. So
Yeah.
yeah, and now Mikan.
Oh, Mikan, another one of my best girls. Chapter
Yeah.
4 made me angry because they both died and I'm sad.
Chapter 3 of Danganronpa 2 made a lot of people angry for many
Bro.
different reasons. It's not just you.
Danganronpa Chapter 3, Darling the Franks, Episode 17, Shake Hands.
Oh dear.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, I really like Okay, so first of all, I'm putting Mikan in S tier.
All right. Like Ibuki, I'm putting her in A.
She's really innocent, like, well, trying to be, well, was.
It was, yes.
Yeah, was. Get out of my way. No!
What's wrong?
Ads. There are ads all over this tier list.
Oh dear. Um, can I actually share with you a pretty interesting fact that you probably didn't know,
Yeah,
Matthew?
yeah.
Mikan is actually one of the most heavily disliked characters in this series.
Oh, what cringe.
Like, particularly, like, Mikan has something that me and my family call the Marmite effect, and that if you don't love her, then you probably hate her. Like, but the thing is, though, for me, there have always been one pretty considerable problem with her. Just a one big problem. And that is the fact that, like, for the most part, prior to her death in Chapter 3, um, her main reason for existing is for kinky nurse fan service and not much else.
Oh, that's your problem. That's how you see them. You don't see them as people. Have you not?
No, but like that's the problem. This is a character like
You've done Kawakame's route, right? You gotta see people as people, not their roles.
no, it's like listen, there are two reasons why I don't think Mikan will like Mikan is a favorite of mine, but there is a reason why she's a very low favorite of mine. Um the reason is because of the fan service thing I mentioned, and also the fact that just her entire case is like almost impossible to for someone like her. Um, it requires some perfect timing that a character like her really lacks, and that's what makes the case so weird, in my opinion, because it's like a huge plot hole.
Yeah.
In general, though, my general opinion of her, when you do a free time events, you realize that her past, she's been abused by
Yeah,
basically everyone in her life
she's
to
been
the point where
bag, and she's been like a punching bag, and she feels like continuing to be a punching bag is the solution.
yeah, and the reason that she decides to become a nurse is because she got into the habit of like being able to be good at nursing and helping people by tending to her own wounds that she got daily. And in
Yeah,
the end, the reason she decided to become a nurse was just so that people wouldn't hate her and they would rely on her. And while that does seem a little bit
that's,
selfish, it's also completely perfectly understandable.
that's such a
In the
mood.
end, she is a physically and emotionally broken human being who needs love to heal the holes in her heart. And I don't think anyone in the Danganronpa fandom really sees that or gives her the credit that she deserves.
She gets so happy when someone says good morning back to her. That's such a mood.
Yeah. She's
Yes.
like, but in general, I do think she is very, very nice, very happy, very friendly, and just generally a very good character. So yeah, A tier, definitely.
Also, I really like characters with similar personalities to like Mikan's or Ibuki. I like all personalities, kind of, maybe.
Hence why, yeah. I mean, I was gonna compare her to Bernadetta, but there are some differences. Because you said Bernadetta was your favorite character in Three Houses. I mean, they both have purple hair and are both kind of skitty, aren't they? So, all right. Next up is Mondo Awada. Right. Did not start off on the best note with Mondo.
I wouldn't say his reasons for killing are the best.
What do you know? I actually think I think
Mondo,
his
you're
reasons
so strong. Can you help me train? That's right, I am strong. Bonk.
No, it's not like that. I think, like, yeah, in the end, maybe it was quite a selfish and jealous desire that made him kill Chihiro. But I think if you realize something, when you compare all of the killers in the series, particularly in the first two games, other than maybe Teru Teru, Mondo is, like, legitimately the only killer in the series who, like, physically shows that he wants to take back what he's done. Like, he obviously feels so terrible for what he did, and he knows he was in the wrong. He knows he's the bad guy. And actually, may I point something out?
You can't see me through, like, cameras, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not showing your face.
Yeah.
Um, but essentially, I think he was my favorite killer from the second game purely because of this fact, and also the fact that something I actually only noticed recently.
Yeah.
Mondo is the only killer in the first game who actually fesses up to his crime before everyone votes. In the end, like Leon and Celeste, I guess, never actually outright admit what they've done before the voting actually happens. And then it's only when they do the voting that they're actually found guilty. But Mondo literally, like, when all the evidence is done, he's like, you know what, save your breath. Yeah, I'm the one who killed Chihiro. I know. I know I was in the wrong. And I just think for a character that is built like him, who's like very brash, angry, and yelly all the time, I think he's actually really good.
Yes.
Um, so I'm gonna put him in A.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put him in A too.
um,
Also, he becomes a bro with
Taka, yeah.
uh
Well, actually, him and Taka are in the same tier.
Taka. That's right, Taka.
Um, okay. Next character it's your turn to talk about one. Now this is a bit of a weird one. You now have to explain Makuro Ikusaba.
Ooh. Hmm.
You know who that is, right?
Yes, I know who that is. Uh. Well, she just uh. The thing is, I didn't really learn a lot about her
Hmm.
because she had a plan. She had a plan with Junko, and she pretty much got betrayed.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
I am still here. Yes, I'm listening.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, there's not really an awful lot to say about
yeah,
her.
there isn't much to say.
Complete lack of character development because um the only like two instances where you actually see her in action are in the anime and in the light novel based around her, which I don't know if you've read that.
Yeah, I read it.
All right. In general, I'm actually going to put Makuro in B.
Yeah,
I think I do like her a lot and I do think she could be higher, but the problem is mainly due to her lack of screen time in the first game. Because even when she is
yeah,
on screen, she's pretending to be Junko, so it's not what she's really like, so you
yeah,
don't really get much of a character from her. Um, the IF novel was really good, and do you want to know actually a really interesting fact about her, which I don't know if you figured this out from reading the novel or not?
yeah. Well,
She actually has romantic feelings for Makoto.
he's voiced by Kirito.
Shut up!
I'm gonna call him Kirito instead of Bryce Papenbrook or whatever it is.
Okay, that's fine.
But pay attention
Yeah,
to the voice
but yeah,
actors.
she it says like in the novel, like one of the light novels, that
One of them.
she actually grew romantic feelings for Makoto because he was like the first person who ever like genuinely smiled at her.
Yeah,
Which I think is really sweet. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, with Makura herself, there's really not an awful lot you can say about her.
Mukuro pretty much goes along with whatever Junko says, including him.
Yeah, and the thing is, in the light novel, in the light novel is pretty good. In the anime, though, I don't like her that much
She was pretty bad.
because her main character is I'm a badass, but I also have a character breaking sister complex. So
A tier.
no.
No for you, yes for me.
Okay, are you actually putting her in A?
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting she's in B for me. Okay, all right, my turn to talk about character. And guess who it is? It's Nagito Komaeda.
Nagito Sasuke!
Alright. Nagito, like I already mentioned, is a much better antagonistic character than Byakuya is.
Oh, one thing I feel like Hajime's personality towards Nagito, I wouldn't say it's like it's like too mistrusting, like
I
too
mean, can you
too
blame
cold, too
him?
cold, too cold.
I I wouldn't say so. I mean, the thing is, bear in mind the reason why both Imposter Byakuya and Teru Teru died was mainly because of him like tricking them into like killing each other.
Yeah, it might be just because I don't remember,
It
but
was mainly because, yeah, basically the reason why Nagito was so heavily doubted and mistrust really early on in Danganronpa 2 is because it was because of him that the killing actually happened, because he sort of tricked Teru Teru into killing the ultimate imposter. And
yeah,
yeah, I think it's mainly like he's kind of the antagonist of the second game when Junko isn't being the villain. And I love how he's like a darker parallel to Makoto with them sharing the same talent.
and
But
the same actor.
and the same voice actor, yes. And in general, I just do think he is a very, very good character. And also, you've got to agree with me that like the scheme behind his death in the fifth chapter is like literally
Yeah,
Game
big
2
brain,
Case
big brain,
5.
biggest brain.
Yeah, Game 2 Case 5 is frigging phenomenal. It's so crazy. And it's like, for me, it's really unique because a scheme like this can only be pulled off in a game like Danganronpa only with a character like Nagito. Like, I have never been into another video game other than this one where I've met a character that is quite as weird and unique as Nagito Komaeda is.
Yeah,
Um, like, you obviously, for those who don't know, Matthew has been watching me play Your Turn to Die, and there is a character in Your Turn to Die called So Hiyori who is quite similar, I think, to Nagito, but at the same time, I still don't know what to say about So himself because I don't know an awful lot about him yet. But Nagito in himself feels like a really original character, and because of that, I'm actually going to put him in A.
you need to keep playing Your Turn to Die.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, your turn. Matthew, what is your opinion on Nekomaru?
Oh, he's a Chad. I love him. He has some great lines.
Yeah. Um.
And my finger's broken.
Oh dear. What happened?
No, it's back.
All right. Um. Now here's the thing. Nekomaru, if I had to compare the big muscly characters in the main three Danganronpa games, because V3 has one as well.
He wants the best
Um.
for his team.
Hmm?
He wants the best for his team, and you really see that.
Yeah, like he looks out for everyone, particularly Akane. And I think his moments with Akane were like one of the reasons why I actually have a reason to like Akane. Because like I said, I don't hate Akane. I think she's alright, but like at the same time she lacks character development. And what development she does get, Nekomaru is usually to thank for. But in the end, Nekomaru is actually my least favorite out of all the muscly characters in the main three games. So I'm putting him in B, but there is a good reason why I am putting him in B.
I'm putting him in A.
Yeah. My reason though for seeing him as a bit mediocre is for one reason. Two words. Screen time. He severely lacks good screen time.
That's because you're
Because
not talking to him enough.
yeah, because not only that, but also bear in mind he practically quote unquote dies in an execution that was not meant for him before the third trial, meaning he doesn't participate in the third trial and his screen time is heavily cut short. Then when he's brought back, he comes back as a robot. And by the way, he was the other reason why I like the fourth case of the second game, because Gundam took advantage of the fact that he was a robot in the murder scheme. And I think that was really well done and incredible, particularly with his status as a robot. But at the
Yeah,
same time, he comes back for like the first part of a chapter only to then die again. So he literally only takes part in two class trials before he ends up dying for realsies and like leaves the game for good. So he has a severe lack of good character development and character screen time. So that's why he's not. That's why he's only in B.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still
So you're.
going here.
Yeah, but his backstory is really nice, and I do love how he always looks out for everyone. So he is pretty good. All right. My turn to talk about character.
Eat well, shit well is a quote of wisdom.
Pecco. Right. This is a difficult one. I think I'm actually gonna put her in B as well. I think she's just generally okay.
Yeah.
She mainly exists, like, I mean, for one thing, you'd think I'd hate her because she did kill Mahiru, but I don't hate Mondo because he killed Chihiro. And I think Pecco does get a good amount of characterization, even though she is kind of stoic and, like, uninteresting. She does have those quirky bits about her, like, for example, how she has a unique fondness for animals as well, despite the fact that they always, like, run away from her. And
Yeah.
she is a bit of a badass. And honestly, despite the fact that they made it a little bit obvious that she could be the killer in the second chapter, I don't think it was as obvious as they could have made it. And her reasons and hiding motive, and the way she hides her motive by pretending to be a deranged serial killer.
Yeah.
While many people don't like that scene, I thought it was pretty funny.
It's total, but she dies.
And also, she actually probably has my favorite execution in the second game, at least, just because of how screwed up it is from like a certain perspective and how Fuyuhiko rushes in to save her, and then she ends up accidentally slicing his eye open.
I don't think it was a case of accidental because she was getting controlled, right, by a voodoo doll.
Oh yeah, I guess. But yeah, in general, she's just pretty mediocre, so she goes in the mediocre B tier. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say B tier too.
Alrighty then. Right, your turn. Your next character is Sakura.
Sakura, despite the fact that she was a traitor, I think like she was very like she didn't want to hurt anyone. She was just doing it because she was like there were hostages.
Yeah, there was like a blackmail situation.
Yeah, blackmail. That's it. And yeah, instead of just saying like she was blaming herself for all like the chaos that was going on because like after the third trial.
Yeah.
So she just instead of killing, she killed herself.
Well, no, she technically she did kill someone, but that someone was herself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Say A tier.
Yeah, I agree. Sakura, here's the thing. I actually think if the cast of the first game, like the surviving cast of the first game, weren't like at each other's throats constantly, her case could probably be solved within like a couple minutes, which is a bit sad, honestly. But yeah, she's definitely A tier. All right, my turn to talk about a character. Sayaka Mizono. And for me, she is going right next to her killer, Leon Kawata, in C tier. I don't like her that much. I think the main reason is the fact that, like, you know how I said that one of my big problems with Leon and Nekomaru in particular is due to their lack of, like, screen time?
Yeah.
My problem with Sayaka is that she gets way too much. She gets too much screen time that is probably deserving of other characters at that point in time. And while I do understand that the reason why she had so many moments with Makoto is because it was slowly but surely building up to her being the first victim. Like, she's the first victim in the series, and her case, like I said with case 1 with Leon, isn't that interesting. But the big twist of that trial surrounds her, like the one big important twist of the trial that surrounds her, is the fact that in actuality, the reason why Leon came to Makoto's room and killed her there is because she invited him because she planned to kill him herself.
She was just scared. She wanted to get out.
Yeah, I don't think she's the most, while I don't think she was 100% in the wrong, and I do understand her reasons, she's definitely not the most sympathetic character in the series, and I just don't think she's that good. Um, Kyoko implies that the reason why she left a bloody message was so that everyone could survive, but I think that's more so just so that she could be avenged.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just never really liked Sayaka all that much, so she's gonna stay in C tier.
Yep.
What about you? You putting her in C as well, or are you putting her somewhere else?
I think, yeah, I'll put her in C tier. That's not to say I dislike them, of course.
No, 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 no. I don't dislike her either. Um, but I'm just not fond of her at all. All right, your turn. Uh, what do you think of Sonya, Matthew?
I think Sonya's really good.
Yeah.
Especially around the end game when you get to learn like more about her and everything.
Hmm.
Also, her country sounds amazing.
Yeah. I
They
kind
have
of wish that, like, considering
kids in
we're from
that
Europe, obviously. We're from Europe, obviously, so, like, I do kind of wish that that country did exist. Like, a
yeah,
country where everyone is obsessed with manga and anime, and also children learn military training.
yeah.
And they have this weird creature that duplicates when it's, like, scared.
Also, again, it's a case of I don't want people to fight. I don't want people to die. Stop. That's cringe.
Yeah. Um... But yeah, in general, the problem is, I think she was funny and a bit goofy, but for me personally, I don't think her in-game contributions were as great as, like,
It kind of
I don't
reminds
know,
me.
say, Chiaki's or even, like, Kazuichi's.
It kind of reminds me of Starfire from Teen Titans.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, that's, like, a really good analysis. But in
Oh,
general,
yes.
I don't hate her. I don't hate her at all. I don't think she's a bad character, so I'm gonna put her in B tier.
S tier.
Okay. You've made your point. It's fine. All right.
My poorly made.
The next character that we need to talk about, and I'm okay talking about this character. Um, it's Teru Teru.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, call me crazy, but I'm actually gonna put Teru Teru a bit higher than people expect me to. Because yeah,
Hate it.
on one hand, he is a pervert and a bit of a predator.
Oh,
But on the other hand, there is actually a lot more to him than that. Like, this is the thing.
yeah.
I'm about to say something that Matthew is not going to agree with.
Okay.
But, like, when it comes to, like, looking at anime characters whose main traits are that they are kind of perverted, one of the most notable examples is Mineta from My Hero Academia. But the problem is, when comparing Mineta to someone like Teru Teru, I actually think that Teru Teru is leagues above Mineta, primarily because Mineta, while I don't hate Mineta, and I also, like I said with Hifumi already, I think Mineta in My Hero Academia is a bit too hated. I don't think he deserves all of the, like, detest that he's gotten, because he is pretty funny and pretty entertaining. But his general character is that he's a pervert, and there's really not much else. But Teru Teru actually has a really interesting backstory, a really interesting motive for why he committed a murder as well. Because on one hand, he wanted to save everyone from Nagito, who tricked him into thinking he was planning his own murder, and then he accidentally murdered the ultimate imposter.
Yeah, you didn't
Um,
mean to.
Yeah. And on the other hand, even though it is implied that maybe he was probably planning his own murder anyways, and there could have been a better way to talk everyone out of it, just by, like, revealing Nagito's plan to everyone as opposed to taking matters into his own hands, he reveals that, like, in quite a truthful conversation before he dies, that his motive for going home was not necessarily about himself, in the his family diner, because Monokuma told everyone that their school memories of the last few years have been taken away, and he immediately believed it, and thus got really nervous because that meant that he'd left behind his family diner in the care of his mother, who was a very, very unwell woman. And all he wanted to do was, like, escape the island, move his ass, and go check on her. And, like, just, like, check that everything's fine.
You never got.
And no, he never got to, obviously. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but in the end, Teru Teru actually, like, his legit lines are something along the lines of, it's fine, I said my piece, just get the execution over with already, but please tell me what happened to the diner. And then Monokuma, like an ass, does not tell him what happened to the diner.
Like, no.
No. Which I think was just really scummy, and it was also, like, it was amazingly sad for a predator, like creep like he is.
He's
So
not
yeah, I think Teruteru is, he's not in A tier or anything because he is kind of perverted and weird and creepy, but he's definitely not a character that I hate at all, so he's in
I'm
B tier.
putting him in A tier.
Oh yeah?
I don't care if anime characters are perverts. That doesn't matter. It's comedy. It's comedy related. It's like a form of comedy that anime uses sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
But
think
with Teruteru, it's good because there is much more to him than just being a pervert, so yeah, I think he's great. Alright, Matthew, I think the next character is another one that you're going to be pretty happy talking about. You said you like Toko a lot, right?
oh yes, yeah.
So where would you put her?
Uh, probably S tier.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Some of the stuff she says is incredible. It's hilarious, and
Yeah.
what?
Oh, and by the way,
She's
while
also
we're on
very secure, which is like just me.
Yeah. By the way, just so you know, while we're on Toko, Genocide Jack actually counts as her own character in this, so we'll rank her as well.
Yeah.
In general, though, I do like them about the same. I do think they're both pretty funny, but at the same time, in the first game only, I really did not like her. But unlike you, Matthew, I've actually seen a playthrough of Ultra Despair Girls where she's one of the main characters.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any like playthroughs of Ultra Despair Girls, but
Have you got Ultra Despair Goals?
no, it's like the one Danganronpa game I don't have. I've just played a playthrough of it.
Oh.
But I've just seen a playthrough of it. But like basically, it focuses around the adventures of Kamaru Naegi, who is Makoto's sister, and also Toko and the friendship they share. And Toko gets so much great development in that game, and that makes her a better character. But in the end, I do think she's pretty mediocre for me. So while you're putting her in S, I'm going to put both her and Genocide Jack in B.
Yeah.
All right. So we have two more. We have two more characters. The Ultimate Imposter and Yasuhiro Hagakure.
I forgot he doesn't have
not...
a name, just Ultimate Imposter.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you just talked about Toko, so I'm going to talk about Imposter, and then you talk about Hero. So, Ultimate Imposter for me, suffers from the same sort of problem that, characters, like I already said, Leon has. Gets, like, killed off really early and doesn't have an awful lot of characterization before that. And he is sort of the mysterious character, considering he is posing as Byakuya and, like, pretending to be him. And it was pretty funny to see Byakuya return, but really fat, and then shocking to see him die early on. And then when he ends up being revealed to be the imposter, you realize just how much of him you've missed out on learning because he's dead. And that's a bit of a damn shame to me.
Yes.
So in the end, I'm going to put him in the same tier as the original Byakuya Tagami. I'm putting him in B because in general, he wasn't a character who had a lot of development or anything, but at the same time, he was a good leader and a good person who just wanted to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know you like Yasuhiro. Why didn't you talk?
No, you go first, please.
No,
would you
you
kindly go first? Please go first. I insist.
My friend.
No, Matthew, Matthew, seriously, please go first. I want you to go first. Because people are going to get mad at me.
Yasuhiro is a bro, I have to say that. I really like him. Yes, he tried to sell your organs, but, like, it came from a good place.
He's a really good person. He tried to rip out my organs and sell them instead of selling his own because he's selfish and a bastard, but, like, he's okay.
He's okay. I like how, like, isn't it, like, he wasn't even supposed to be in the academy. He just like broke in because he was on the run.
I don't know if that's the actual case, but like he was accepted into the academy as the ultimate clairvoyant, and yeah, he did have a bit of an experience with a mafia, which by the way is actually the same mafia that Fuyuhiko's a part of. I found
Yeah,
that out. Um, but it was like mainly because he was in debt to a mafia and he was like on the run from them, and that's why he tried to coerce Makoto into selling his organs for him. And
yeah,
then he kicked Makoto out when Makoto kindly refused. So
yeah. But I think he's funny. I think he's alright.
I don't. So he is going to be the only character on this tier list who's in D.
Oh well, I'm
The bottom
putting him
tier for
in
me.
C.
Now here's the thing. If we were actually counting the characters from
I like his
V3,
conspiracies. I like his conspiracies.
I
It's
think
fun.
he only had like one moment in the game that like genuinely did make me laugh, and that's his silly like cow burger story.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Matthew, here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do a bit of a thing. If we were, by the way, before I actually say this, if we were counting the characters from V3 and Ultra Despair Girls as well,
We'd be here all day.
yeah, we'd be here all day. But also, Hero wouldn't be the only person in the D tier. Um, for me at least. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our tier list and we're gonna rearrange them.
But I thought,
Essentially, you're gonna go. No, this is where we do the little challenge thing.
but we still have more, don't we?
No, I think that's it.
Monokuma, Monami,
Oh,
Genocide Chill.
yeah. Crap, I forgot. Yeah, Monokuma. Sorry, Monokuma and Monomi. That's all. I just didn't realize because he wasn't coupled in with the rest of the characters.
Monokuma is.
I'm gonna put Monokuma in C.
I'd say Monokuma's a bit of an ass, but
No,
he's.
no. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not giving him enough credit. I'm moving him up one.
Yeah, I'm putting him and Monami a bit in B as well.
All right. So yeah, and Monomi's gonna go in B as well. Actually, no, Monomi's going in C. I don't hate Monomi or Monokuma at all. I just think by the time you get to V3, you've sort of seen enough of him, and Monomi herself is just kind of pointless for the most part until like the 5th trial. But yeah, yeah, I think they're both okay, so they go there.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. I think the only other character that we could potentially put on this tier list is Izuru, but we don't need to put Izuru on there.
No.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna like rearrange our tier list in each tier, and you're gonna put the character in that tier that you like the most, closest to the letter on the side. And then like just go in a bit of an order. Like so, from closest to the top row, closest to the letter is your favorite of that tier, and
What?
farthest is your least favorite of that tier. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna have a look at some really similar, some really goofy and silly scenarios, and basically, here's what we'll do. All right, I'm gonna read off a scenario, and then we've got to discuss amongst ourselves who out of that scenario would be the better case scenario, and then we like dish out points. And there are 5 questions, right? You there?
Yeah.
All right. So, for example, first of all, you have to pick your top 3 characters in A tier to face off in a fight. So, who are your top 3 characters in the A tier?
Okay, I shall see. Hifumi, Mahiru, and Teruteru.
Okay. For me, it's Nagito, Ibuki, and Mikan.
Oh.
So who in a 3v3 between Hifumi, Teruteru, and Mahiru, and Nagito, Ibuki, and Mikan would win a fight?
I mean, Mikan's kind of a tomboy, right?
No, what?
No, I didn't. No, not Mikan, Mahiru.
I wouldn't say so,
No,
but
I didn't think so either. What am I thinking? I'm dumb. No. well, that's not.
What does a tomboy have to do with anything? We're talking about a fight here.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Tero. Oh, is this weapons or is it fists?
It's just in terms of like what they could probably do with their ultimate talent. Like Tero could hit you with a frying pan.
Yeah, Hifumi, he beat Ultra Instinct Tucker, okay? So I think
Okay.
he's pretty good in the fight.
Yeah,
Also
but here's the
quite
thing. Here's the thing. In
enduring.
the end, I think if it was like a fight between those your team and my team, I think I would most definitely win, and there's one reason why.
Why?
I have Nagito. I have Nagito, who has like one of the most overpowered abilities of like ultimate luck in the entire series. So everything that can possibly go right for me probably will with him. And
That,
everything that can go wrong for you probably will. And aside from that, I also have Ibuki, who in the series before has like almost killed people with her loud music. And then there's
yeah.
Mikane, who's an actual killer.
Akane pinned down. What's it called?
I mean,
Akane
no,
pinned down.
I'm not talking about Nagito in terms of like physical or like talented power would actually win. I'm just saying if I had a plan and it was based on chance if the plan would work, then chances are that it's gonna go in my favor because of his ultimate luck.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think I win this one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so yeah, that's a point for me. All right,
Darn.
scenario 2. All right, do you have any characters in the bottom tier?
Bottom tier is my bottomest tier is C tier.
Okay.
No
So
one's a D tier for
you
me.
need to pick a character from your C tier to have a spin-off based around.
Two people
To
from
base a spin-off game or story around. It says here that I'm meant to pick a character from the bottom tier, but I think I'm actually going to pick a character from my C tier too, and the only reason for that is because the only character I have in bottom tier is Hero, and Hero actually already has his own light novel.
Junko and wait, what?
Yeah, Yasuhiro has his own light novel called Ultra Despair Hagakure.
Oh.
It's basically like, I don't know what it's about, but he's basically trying to survive in the tragedy alongside a girl named Canon.
I guess she's canon in the story.
Not really. Yeah, I'm gonna pick a character from my C so that I could base a spin-off around. I actually think if I had to pick a character from this tier that I base a spin-off around, it would be Hiyoko. I would say Junko, but Junko also has her own novel, unsurprisingly.
I have Junko and Yasuhiro as the two people in my C tier at the top.
Yeah.
It
doesn't have to be at the top. It can be anyone in the C tier.
Oh. Alright.
So I'm picking Hiyoko.
Wait, just one person?
Just one, yeah.
Alright, Sayaka.
Alright. Now hypothetically, how would that story go? For me, I think it would mainly be like Hiyoko's cut short character arc. But I'm not sure. Like maybe like after she escapes the Neo World program, she tries to make amends with characters like Mikan and Mahiru and Fuyuhiko and the others. I mean, she is kind of bratty and weird, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. What?
Yeah,
sorry?
go on.
No, I was done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for Sayaka, I think you can make a really good rhythm game because she's a music star. She's a musical whatever, right?
I was talking more like a story, but I guess if you could give that rhythm game a story,
you can make a story mode out of a rhythm game.
I guess you could, yes, but yeah, I'm not sure who would actually. What sounds more interesting?
You can make a story about Sayaka's rise to stardom.
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, you know what? That would actually work really well as well because remember, she and Makoto used to go to the same high school.
Yeah, so
middle school. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like the WWE campaigns where you just get better and better, and you just rise to like champion.
And it just shows sort of like you could have sort of these moments. Yeah, that's actually really good. I think you win this one.
Yes, I'm so
Clever.
good.
So yeah, that's a point for me and a point for Matthew. All right. Okay. Oh god damn it. Okay. Now you have to pick a character from your S tier and a character from your C tier and ship them. Like, if you could make a ship or like a fanfic, a romantic fanfic between a character from your top tier and your bottom tier to be together, who would you pick?
Hmm. Hmm.
I have to ship either Gundam Chihiro or Mahiru with Hero, and that's not good.
It is good. You're just not thinking about it hard enough.
God damn it.
You have to embrace your inner Wattpad.
Stop making those noises.
I'm slapping my
Alright.
in
In
sense
the
of
end, I think if I'm forced to ship someone from my top tier
where
with
did it go?
Hero,
No,
what?
the bro go. Oh, here he is. Okay, I lost him in the tier list.
Alright, oh no, Matthew, I think I should be more specific. You have to
I,
pick someone from the bottom of your C tier
to
to be
S.
shipped with someone from your top tier. So who's bottom of your C tier?
Uh. Oh. Wait, what? Didn't you say pick someone from top tier and pick someone from C tier?
Sorry, I wasn't clear. I think no, you're meant to like romantically pick someone from your top tier and from anyone from your top tier and pair them romantically with the character that's the bottom of your C tier.
God damn it! I hate the fact that I like everyone, because if I had disliked a Hero a little bit more, I could have done Sonya and Hero. That would have worked.
Who is your character
Uh,
that's the bottom of your C tier?
I guess I could do a Bakudeku and have Mikan and Kyoko.
Oh Jesus. Is she really bottom of your C tier?
Yeah, it's not that I dislike them, but
Ah. Okay. I
just
mean,
bullying
I
people
think
for little to
okay,
no
no,
reason.
no, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You are definitely still getting the point. Because let's compare these relationships. Mikan with Hiyoko and Hiro with Chihiro.
Who with who?
Yasuhiro with Chihiro.
Ah.
I picked Chihiro, and the only reason I picked Chihiro over Gundam and Mahiru is because he and Hiro are from the same game, so it makes more sense.
They have Hero in their names.
And yet Mikan and Hiyoko, while their relationship is unbelievably toxic, they do have moments together, and their character dynamic works together. So you do still win that point.
I don't ship Bakudeku. I don't ship Bakudeku. I don't ship Bakudeku. I don't ship Bakudeku. You gotta believe me. You gotta
I believe you, but you still win.
I won, but at what cost?
Like, you'd be surprised how many killer ex-victim ships there are out there, and actually there are a lot of ones that are pretty good. Ibuki and Mikan is a favorite of mine, and I'm also okay with Mondo and Chihiro.
Damn, I love Sayaka X. No, not Sayaka. Damn, I love Sakura X Sakura. This is my favorite one.
Here's the thing, though. I actually think that, Sayaka and Leon is a ship I'm okay with. Primarily because Sayaka is the only other character in the series that Leon actually has any sort of interaction with. And same goes for Sayaka the other way, because the only other character she really interacts with is Makoto.
Yeah.
And I don't really ship Makoto and Sayaka. Anyway, so you get that point. That's 2 points for you.
I'm winning.
So, now, you have to pick a character from your A tier. And, wait. Actually, do you have to pick a character? Alright. Imagine what it would be like if you went on, a double date all right? And you have to go on a double date with characters from your A tier. So you have to pick a character from your A tier who you would Oh no, wait, you have to go on wait, sorry, let me say this again. All right, I'm not saying it correctly. You have to go on a double date, and your date is the character who is the bottom of your A tier. And you then
Mukuro.
have to pick another character from your A tier and another character from anywhere on the tier list who you ship them with to be the other part of the double date.
See, I'm not a big shipper. I'm not a big
I know
ship.
you're not, but still. You want to
Uh,
know what the hilarious thing though is? I'm gonna go first, because I said that my date had to be the character who was the bottom of my A tier, and my bottom A tier character is Sakura.
oh.
So now, and for the other ones, like I said, Ibuki and Mikan are both in my A tier, so I would like that. But I'm actually gonna go with the other two people on my date to be Makoto and Kyoko.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, basically, so here's what you gotta do. You have to imagine a double date where your date is the character who's bottom of your A tier. Then you have to pick another character from anywhere in your A tier, ship them with someone in anywhere on the tier list, and imagine how a double date with that would go.
Uh, hmm. 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 3 80s and another one.
What do you
Uh,
mean?
3 80s and one other person, right?
No. Your date. So who is bottom of your A tier?
Mukuro.
Alright, so basically you're gonna go on a double date and your date is Makuro.
Uh-huh.
Alright? So what you have to do is you then have to like pick someone else from your A tier. Like as long as they're in your A tier, it doesn't matter where. And
Makoto.
then you have to okay, so you pick Makoto. Now you have to find someone else anywhere in the tier list, it doesn't matter where, to romantically pair with Makoto for a double date. If you're picking Makoto, I might as well switch so we have different things.
No, I can switch off Makoto. I can
I
switch
don't
off.
mind.
Yeah, yeah. I can run.
Makoto on, Makoto off.
Um.
If you want to do Makoto, that's fine.
Hmm.
Just like think of a ship that involves one character from your A tier and someone else.
Uh.
Ironically enough, I have like a ship for every character in my A tier except for Sakura.
See, that's a problem. You should probably do something
No,
about.
it's great. It's great because I have so many more opportunities because she's my date.
Oh, perfect. When you don't ship anyone, I when you don't ship anyone, it becomes a problem.
Okay,
In this situation, it is because I don't know who to pair with.
alright. Have you picked Makoto as your character?
uh,
From the A tier. For just any random character from the A tier.
yes, Makoto.
Alright. Now, if I have to give you a guide, I think if I had to say the four characters that Makoto in particular is shipped with, they would be Kyoko, who I've picked,
Okay.
Hina, Sayaka, and Makuro. But Makuro is your date. And also Chihiro, probably.
Uh, I know. Never mind. This is annoying. Are you still there?
I am still here. I'm just waiting for you.
The
You've
silence
spent
is
like 10 minutes
scary.
on this.
I mean, the silence is scary. Makoto
Come on,
and
hurry up.
Hajime.
Makoto and Hajime, alright.
Oh no. Makoto and Nagito, because they're both students.
Okay, that's even better.
They're both like students.
Alright, so out of this date, okay, so me and Sakura on a double date with Makoto and Kyoko. You and Makuro on a double date with Nagito and Makoto. So,
Yeah.
which one do you think would go more successfully? I think mine would go more
Both
successfully.
of their luck combined will benefit our double date entirely. We'll get the best.
True, but at the same time, Nagito is very unbearable.
What do you mean? I think he'll be alright.
No, think about it. Your date involves Makoto, who is arguably the one you're going to get along with the most. Makuro, who basically has a very heavy lack of personality and is actually more fond of Makoto than she probably is of you. And Nagito, who's just going to like spout about hope for like half an hour. My date is going to be Sakura, who, despite the fact that she's not really my type, she is a good character and a really, really nice and friendly character who I wouldn't mind dating. And Makoto, again, like I already said with you, and Kyoko, who honestly is probably the worst part of this equation just because she's not that emotional.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I don't really have anything to talk about either. I don't really.
All right.
I can't see even now. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I don't talk a lot. Wait.
All right. I think.
I'm stumbling. Just give the point to you. You think you'll be so funny and cool.
I at least didn't take as long.
Yeah, not everyone has a plan. Not everyone has a plan in the back of their head.
Right.
I didn't expect you to use the same.
Okay, 2 more then in that case, because now we're tied. We both have 2 points.
All right.
Now, you need to look at your B tier, your mid tier, and pick one character from your B tier that you would murder in cold blood.
Jesus Christ, Jack. Someone from B tier.
Yeah.
I'd say Monokuma, but he has 10 to the power of 60 of them, so that wouldn't work.
I can count Monokuma if you want.
No, it wouldn't work. And it'd probably blow up.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna have to.
What? You know what? Yeah, probably. You know what? Yeah, Monokuma. Just kill him. It'll solve everything.
I would do Monokuma as well, but I'm gonna go toilet quickly. I'll be right back. Yeah, I've decided I am gonna try and download an editing software after I finish this video so I can crop this video because that was way too long. All right.
Yeah.
So the character that I've decided to kill off in my B tier is Celeste.
Oh.
No real reason why. I just feel like it. Like, she's the only character in here who I legitimately have a reason to kill. Monokuma, I don't really count. I would do him as well, but you already picked him. I actually don't know who wins this one. Who would be... I think you might get this point.
Yeah.
So, now what's happening is you've got 3 points, I've got 2. And depending on how this ends, it could be a tie or you could completely win. The last one is a pretty typical one.
Yeah.
You need to pick who are the top 3 characters in your S tier.
The top 3 characters in my S tier.
Basically, your 3 favorite characters in the series.
That would be... Hold on. Gundam, Ibuki, and Hina.
Okay. Now, and for me, it's Gundam, Chihiro, and Mahiru. Now here's the thing. This is gonna be a bit hard, but the last round is basically just kiss, marry, kill.
Oh, no.
So which one would you kiss, which one would you marry, and which one would you kill? This is a bit hard for me as well.
Ugh.
I don't know
these.
how I don't know how we distribute points on this one. I think it's just whoever feels the most bad about their choice.
Especially when I'm doing it with real life people, because I don't want to knock people down.
Yeah.
Make them feel well.
It's alright, because these guys are fictional and don't have emotions.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'm talking about real life people.
Here's the thing. I know for certain which one of the three I'm gonna marry, like for sure. I just don't know who to decide out of the other two to kill or kiss.
Kiss Hina, marry Ibuki, kill Gundam.
Okay, I was gonna kill Gundam as well.
Sacrifice battle.
I was gonna kill Gundam, kiss Chihiro, and marry Mahiru. We both kill Gundam.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how we get points for this one. I think it's just whichever of the two of us feels the most bad about it.
I always feel bad when doing these.
Yeah. Can we just say this ends on a tie then?
Yeah, okay. That's a fair
That's
way
great.
of it.
Yeah, that was amazing. So there's our final tier list. Well, it's my final tier list. You can't exactly see Matthew's. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you were entertained, and thank you, Matthew, for joining me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also go over to Matthew's channel, Megacomet, and subscribe to him.
Where
And
I haven't
will see you all.
anything.
Yeah, but you can fix that.
My.
And I will see you all in the next episode. Say bye, Matthew.
Okay, see you later.
See ya. Bye.